going to do something that I haven't done for a long time, which is a book haul. I have a lot of books and a lot of manga and light novels to go through because recently, well, over the summer, I was able to order some light novels and manga through the Right Stuff sale, and it was their birthday sale, but it was also kind of like, you know, going out of business. So they're technically not like out of business. They were eaten by Crunchyroll. It's a whole thing. Thanks a lot, Sony. So there was a huge sale there, and I ordered it. So this is like my last order with Right Stuff / first order shipped by Crunchyroll. The shipment was done the same way that Right Stuff always did, where it's in the boxes and it's like, you know, protected and whatever. If you've ever gotten stuff from Right Stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So normal shipping, and I'm kind of sad. It's like the end of an era, but you know, we'll see how they do being part of Crunchyroll. I don't know yet, but we'll see. I will say I've done kind of, I wouldn't say more, but I've ordered some things more through like Barnes & Noble because I have their rewards card thing, so I get like a 10% discount, and then recently they were doing like a buy one get one 50% off, I think, sale. So yeah, I've done some more of that recently, although a lot of that was gifts, so I can't really talk about anything about it, but I've been sort of shopping around more than just sticking to a certain place, whereas before I would have always gone to Right Stuff, and I'm just not sure with the whole Crunchyroll thing yet. But anyway, we'll get to that. Right now, I'll just show some of the things that I've ordered recently and gotten in. And it's huge, that's why I'm like trying to maneuver. This is orders from Barnes & Noble, Waterstones, obviously Right Stuff, and maybe some Amazon things. I think there's some Amazon things thrown in there as well. So the first, I'll just do, this is the most recent one to come in. It's also like the most recent book that I have finished. I still had my bookmark in it that I finished like book-wise. Anyway, and that is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I'll just say quickly, I still love these books. Like, are they perfect? No. I don't go in anticipating like perfect literature, but are they a fun time, a fast-paced, just fun time with dragons and romance? Yes. And sometimes that's all that I'm looking for. So I had a good time with this book. I don't think too hard into things. I mean, I do like a lot of the basic story and wondering where it's going to go, but in general, I just have a good time with this, and I enjoyed my time with Iron Flame. I got through it in like 3 or 4 days, so that's good. And this is the lovely pre-order black edging. I kind of wish that they still had dragon stencils on there, but it's fine. I get it. I just... Fairy Loot had like a special edition one that I think did have like this part on there, but I was like, it's fine. This is definitely an Amazon one here. This is Delamox, The Burning Witch. So there was the House Witch trilogy, and then I don't know what I did with it, but there is, oh goodness, what is the name of it? The Princess of Potential? So it's like the House Witch trilogy, Princess of Potential, and then The Burning Witch. And this is book 1, so there's going to be a couple of the Burning Witch ones. So, anyway, glad to have gotten this one, but this is Amazon. And then I think these light novels I think I just picked up on Amazon too. There's Maiden of the Needle, Volume 2, and Seventh Time Loop, which you know I love Volume 4. I'm going to set these two on my shelf to be read. This, I have like a mix here. This should have been with my other stuff, but it's fine. This is Before We Say Goodbye. This is the 4th book in the Tales from the Cafe series. This is from Waterstones, and it's the signed edition, and I was just really happy. And you probably can't see, but like on the cover, there's a little flower print on the wallpaper, and it's like foiled, and I love it. Well, I guess these next couple of books are also from Waterstones, so it's fine. This is the Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to read this. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I want to see like how her writing is for this one. So we'll see. It looks epic, and I'll get there. Maybe while I'm doing stuff for the holidays, I can just listen to... I have the audiobook version as well, because that's how I do things. So maybe I can listen and read along. And then another Waterstones exclusive edition is The Fragile Threads of Power by V. Schwab. I love... I love this series in general. Darker Shade of Magic. I don't know, like I read the first book and I just fell in love with the characters and the world, and this one I actually read the arc of quite a while ago, so I don't need to read again this book. Like, I've read it, but I loved it. I loved being back in the world. I loved getting to see Cal, who at the end of the original trilogy suffered like this very damaging impact on his power, and this is the damaged Cal trying to move forward. And I don't know, I just loved it. I thought it was really good. And there's some new characters, and it's just great. But I am not in love with the US covers. I don't like them. But when I saw this one for the UK, the only sad part is it's not the same size as the original ones that I have, because I have the original US hardcovers, and I think the design looks good with them, but the sizing is just a little bit bigger than the original US. But you know what? It's fine, because I'd rather have this gorgeous edition of the book than that what were we thinking with the US edition? Like, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And they redid like the covers for the original trilogy too, so that they all match, which is nice, but I don't like it. So that's not nice. But anyway, really glad to have this, and it's a good book, and I would recommend the trilogy as a whole if you haven't read them yet. But some people aren't into it, but I personally, that's up my alley. I like it. The next groupings are all Barnes & Noble orders. This publisher must have like changed their logo. Also, I don't think I have these in order, but that's okay. I'll put them in order later. This is the Shady Hallow Mystery series. So, again, these are not in order, but there is Shady Hallow, Cold Clay, Mirror Lake. Oh, now I think they're in order. And Twilight Falls. And this is kind of for the reader that enjoys anthropomorphic stories. So if you liked Beatrix Potter as a kid, or maybe the Robin Hood by Disney with the fox, you might like these, because the characters are all animals, but it also just reads as a cozy mystery series, and they're just kind of fun and cute. So yeah, I don't mind. I like them. I think they're cute. And then a book I have not gotten to read yet. I don't remember why I threw this in to like buy it, although I could have been thinking of donating it to the library after I was done, because a lot of these I will end up donating once I'm done with it, only because I don't have a lot of room to keep a lot of books. But this is A Market of Dreams and Destiny, which I think I just loved the look of the cover, and I think it's like a magical market. And I like stories that kind of bring in magical places and markets and stuff with the normal. So we'll see. Okay, let's see. This one does not go with that order. Then I got Rainbow Rowell's Fangirl, is it the 10th anniversary edition? But, oh yeah, 10th anniversary edition. So it's a naked hardcover. There's no cover over the top, but it's embossed. And, I don't know, it feels nice. I like the stenciling. So, there we go. And then I forgot I got this book, and I saw it, and I'm like, oh, I did buy that. This is After the Forest by Kel Woods. And a lot of times I will pick up things because of the cover without actually reading into it. But it's fine. I think this is a retelling of Hansel and Gretel. Gretel? Hansel and Gretel? Yes. And here they're Hans and Greta. And there's secrets and dark magic and forest. And I love the cover. And then another one that I actually forgot that I got as well is The Witches of Bone Hill. I think this one is they inherit a house and there's like a family secret and lots of stuff. And it sounded good. That as well as this one, which again I love the cover for, is All That Consumes Us. I don't remember if I knew anything more about this. I have to stop buying stuff like just from the covers because sometimes I don't even know what the book's about. I mean, once I get into it, a lot of times I'm like, oh yeah, that is good, that's up my alley. But sometimes I'm just like, stop buying it because you think the cover is pretty. Most times it works out though. Most times. One that I do love, and this is why I owned it or bought it, is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. This is an adorable read. It's soft and cozy. It's cozy fantasy, and it's perfect. I had a good time with this one, so I bought it to own it. And there's a book coming out next year. I think it's in April. That is also by Sangu Mandana, and it looks so beautiful. It's like an inn, and it's like a pink cover, and it just looks soft and cozy, and I love it, and I cannot wait to own it. I don't remember if I've pre-ordered it yet, because it's like later in the year, but every time I see the cover, I'm like, I need this book right now, just to stare at the cover. I have another Waterstones order, so here we go. This is The Cat in the City, and then by the same author, 4 Seasons in Japan. And I like cat stories and cat stories in Japan. I wish that they were the same, like both paperback or both hardcover, but it's fine. It is what it is. And then a book that I'm actually currently reading is What You Were Looking For Is in the Library. And this is a series of tales, kind of like Tales from the Cafe, where we're just meeting an individual. All of the stories are linked by a librarian that's at the center who will kind of direct them to where they need to go in order to take the next steps in their lives. I think I'm completing the 4th story in here. I think it's very nearly done. But it's fun. I like this book. It's good. If you like a lot of the Japanese fiction story narratives where like it's multiple stories that are combined into one, I would recommend. And then, because I don't believe we have this in the US, I bought the Abroad in Japan book by Chris Broad, which is actually on Waterstone's like Book of the Year list. Like they're picking out their Book of the Year, and this is one of the titles, which surprised me. But nice. Have not read it yet, but can't wait to. Let's see. I'm now going to get into manga and light novel mania. So I picked out saw a few light novels earlier, but this is the main haul. So here's a couple that I just grabbed from Amazon. A Cat and Gamer Volume 3. Cannot wait. Looks cute. And then Hi, I'm a Witch and My Crush Wants Me to Make a Love Potion Volume 3. You know I loved this one and I cannot wait to read. Then Tamon's B-Side. This is oh shoot, who's the author? I have to read like the afterword for the author because I can't remember the series now. Oh, Takane and Hana. I'm like, I know the author. So this is like an idol story, but it's by the author of Takane and Hana, which was a really cute comedy shoujo. So we'll see how the idol world does. And then from my Right Stuff / Crunchyroll order, one, I realized after I was like putting things away and sorting that somehow I had missed volumes 18 and 19 of Beastars. I have not gotten to read them yet, so that's why I noticed after I was putting them away. But there's 18 and 19, and then volume 22. And I think this is the last volume. Yep. So I should now have all of Beastars, and now I can just read through the entire series once I get a minute. And that's what I was kind of waiting to do with this, is just read it all in one go. But I probably won't get to do that until next year. So, oh boy. So then I got volume 6 and 7 of Alice in Borderland. I think there's 9 altogether. Like, they're not all released yet, but I think there's going to be 9, if I remember correctly, to complete this series. I'm just grabbing and going. There's Oshinoko, Volume 3. Sunbeams in the Sky, Volume 2. I need to talk about this at some point, but maybe I'll wait until after I'm through with Volume 2. Bride of the Barrier Master, Volume 2. Princess of Convenient Plot Devices, Volume, what are we up to, 3? And then Mame Coordinate, which I think I mentioned I bought Volume 1 and read it, and then I bought Volume 3, but realized I missed Volume 2, so there's Volume 2 and Volume 4. I don't love this series, but I kind of want to see where it goes at this point. Yeah, anyway, we'll see. And then I Cannot Reach You, Volume 6. Sasaki and Miyano, Volume, what do I have to do? 9. Volume 9. Sasaki. Sasaki and Miyano. It's like one of those things where you realize, like, you just said a word and you're like, I did not say that word correctly. That was not right. And then I think a stack of light novels, these all are. So we have Sasaki and Miyano, Second Years. That's the second volume of the light novel series. And then If the Villainess and Villain Met and Fell in Love. I just thought that premise sounded really cute, so we'll see. Then Secrets of the Silent Witch, Volumes 3 and 4. And Summer Ghost, which I think I also bought the manga for, so you'll see that in a minute. There it is. Wait, it's upside down. There it is. And then I bought Tokyo Babylon. This is the Clamp Premium Collection, which was celebrating 30 years of Clamp. So this is the special edition for Tokyo Babylon, which is a huge favorite of mine. Subaru Subaragi, this is Subaru here, is one of my favorite characters, most favorite characters ever. I just adore him. And this is a very tragic story, but I love it. I like a lot of tragic stories. And links directly to X, or X 1999, if you know the old school title. I think they started calling it like X in America after, 1999 had passed and it didn't hold the depth, but it's still set then, so whatever. I love Clamp. I've talked about it before, but if you want to give like a manga group that has been working for a really, really long time, I mean, you can see this was the 30th anniversary collection for them. It really, you cannot go wrong with Clamp, and to see the evolution of their artwork is amazing, and they're still going strong. So still wish we'd get the end of X 1999, but it's fine. Maybe 1 year. I don't think so, but maybe 1 year. Then we have There's something about these covers I'm not liking anymore. Like, but it's Her Royal Highness Seems to Be Angry, Volume 5. We'll see how it goes. I have been loving this one. I don't know, like there's almost like a more convoluted-esque feel to it lately, so I've been loving it. And then my love mix-up, I have volumes 6 through 9, so there's like a ton of catching up to do apparently. And yes, I remember back when I read volume 2 and I was like, you know what, I'm going to push through and I'm going to get caught up with this series, and then life gets in the way. But I bought Tyrman Empire volumes 7 through 9, so maybe one day I will actually get caught up. The fact that I'm only on volume 3, it's fine. It's fine. Another one that I really need to read, I read in a different format before, but now I want to read now that the manga is officially out, is Subakicho Lonely Planet. So here's volume 4. I will add it to my other 3 one day. Again, that is by the artist who did, mangaka, who did Daytime Shooting Star, which still breaks my heart when I think about it, but it's fine. It's fine. Then a new series that I saw, and I was just so intrigued by it. It's supposed to be, I think, horror, and you know me, if it's not shoujo love story type things, I love me a good horror. It's called Shadow's House. And this is volumes 1 through 4. I can't remember if there was more that I did order. And maybe just haven't come in yet. I feel like there was some volumes not here. So I have to check my sheet of like what's on order. And what's not. Then we have volume 6 of The Fox and Little Tanuki, which I adore this. I think I talked about it after I finished the first 5 volumes. Yeah, it's like it was kind of an everyone story, but I recommend this more toward older kids, like more middle grade readers and teens, because there are some deep subjects in here, but it's very good and very cute, and I love the relationship between the fox and the little tanuki, and also seeing like the misunderstandings and prejudice towards the fox when that's not the complete story. It's just really good. I love this. Then one, I don't remember if I know this story, but I thought the cover was beautiful, so I bought it, and it's You Can Have My Back. Like, I don't know anything else about this, but I love the cover. I already said that even for regular novels, that's a problem that I have. I see pretty things and I buy it. And then this one is from a webcomic. So it's published from Eyes Press, which I think, if I'm remembering correctly, is Yen Press's Korean line. So this is a Business Proposal, Volumes 1 and 2. I haven't checked anything out about this yet, and I may or may not like keep it for my personal collection. I may end up donating it, but I thought the artwork looked gorgeous. And as I've established multiple times during this video, I have a thing for gorgeous artwork and covers, and I am more likely to pick it up. If it looks gorgeous to me, I will grab it. And so I got this one because it was gorgeous. And I think that's it for now. You know, there may be another package that's supposed to come. I don't really know. I have to check my order because it's been a while now. Like I said, I think that sale was in the summer, end of summer. And of course now, Right Stuff no longer exists. It is officially Crunchyroll. It looks like their sales prices and everything are pretty much on par. Especially with the cost increases of most publications right now, it is good to look for your discounts when you can find them. So yeah, for me, I think I'll be shopping between Crunchyroll and Barnes & Noble because a lot of times, I mean, I always check Amazon too, but a lot of times the Amazon prices lately have been more. Back in the day, I used to do a lot more. Plus, I know that I'm not the only one who has suffered from this. The other thing that I've had a problem with Amazon is they're not really that safe with packaging. So I've had quite a few books that come in with like a bent part of the cover, or something has spilled on them because they shipped it in the package and nothing was like sealed, and it's just made a huge mess and nearly destroyed the book. So I do think you're better off going through an actual bookseller like Barnes & Noble or through the Crunchyroll store, because at least at this point in time, again, I don't know what's going to change, but at least at this point in time, it looks like they're shipping in the same style that Right Stuff did. And in which case, if they keep it like that, the books should be protected and come to you in excellent condition. So that is it for this video. I'm exhausted now. Until next time. Bye.